we have to, like what we can do is we can either wait. We have to wait before adding to cart. I know it sounds pretty like fishy. Like why would you wait? But the problem is that if you do it too fast, then you have more chances of getting you should have more chances of getting like being known as a bot. That's why I just add like a couple of milliseconds so you don't get really detected as a bot from seconds. So you should put like, we'll just put 5 seconds. I know 5 seconds is a lot. Like on a real job you'll just put it like probably like 2 seconds, but for me I'm just trying to not get like detected as a bot. You can also put it like 1 second, you choose, but 1 second is could work, but I mean I wouldn't, risk it. And then when we're done that, then we just want to say, okay, we found a stock. Now the data don't bypass starts now. Okay, so that's the bot security that Footlocker is using. So now the data don't bypass. So now we gotta tell the server, okay, we gotta trick the cookies, and we gotta try to add it to cart. There's few requests we have to do before adding to cart, but the main, right now we have the size, right? So we could just think, oh okay, now we have the size, right? No big deal. We can just add it to cart, correct? But sometimes when you do a post request, okay, you have like we found this and we found, well, you don't have to find that, but you also have to find the request ID, the CRF token, and the product ID. We need to find that. Plus, we need to like, make sure add the right cookies, so then we can have a successful add to cart. Alright guys, sorry about that. So basically I had to like change the script because I was getting an error for the get between function. The way I saved it was, I don't know, for some reason it didn't work, so I had to create a new project. So basically I just added those 2 lines. So it's basically just going through the source that we got, and it's going through, it's just parsing through there and there just to get the size that we want. After that we're just making sure that we have something in that variable. Then we're gonna parse again through it again one last time, just to get the different JSON that we need to so it's called G object for some reason. G object. Again, that's like a module I have to download from. Yeah, it's the Newtown JSON. We're gonna use it a lot. Enable, I guess. For some reason, I went through some problems. Its name is, yeah, of course it doesn't exist because Newtown JSON, but oh, they work? Okay, bet. Alright, so now we can go through the data and just get, so those are just the steps for us to get the the product ID that we saw earlier in the video. So G object, so first we're gonna get the JSON details equals to JSON 1, and we're gonna get the details. I won't go like through like explaining everything what I'm doing. Right now this is like more like complex like programming, and it would take a long time for me to like explain it, and I know like for you guys like the video is gonna take a while for you guys to see, and I don't wanna waste your guys' time. just want to make sure that there is something here. First, and then now we're going to get just like we need to like find the products. So I'm gonna call this FRF. Those are right now we're just parsing through the page just to get the information that we need to just get like the product. So I'm just gonna do like really fast. This code is never gonna change, so you guys won't have to update it again. I could explain to you in another video what the code does. First. No. Okay, now we're done that. Okay, that took a while. For some reason, why does it not want to get toString? Oh, first toString, huh? Oh, it's a function. Okay, now that we got the info that we need, we can then get the product. The product is gonna be very simple. It's gonna be like matched with the like the SQ number. That's what's the real term of those products. Okay. Again, and we're just parsing through, just making stuff look neat. Then we are done. Array does not contain a definition for parse. It's JS. Right? Yeah, J array. Okay. And now we want to get the SQ number. Parse. Parse again. I don't think this is necessary, the toString, but just make sure. Okay, so basically what's happening is that now that we went to the through the parsing, through those detail in the data, we can then use this to parse through there. So we're just looking for the product, and we're trying to find with the S3 numbers. And then when we're going to do the function to find the product, this and this one is going to be very useful. This is just to find like if it's out of not out of stock, but like just to see if it's there or not. So we can use that data and then transfer it to here. When we're done that, we're gonna make like a function called for each. So for each is kind of like a while loop, like it goes into it, but this like it's gonna have some like constraints into it while it's going to find the product. So it's G object, and that's what we had. So we're gonna say product. So product that we have in the JSON first product. It's gonna look everything that is in the JSON that we found, like the sizes, and then we want to just like put out like tell us like all the like sizes that is available. So we're gonna say right line, and we're gonna tell the system, okay, I want you to print the product, okay, and I want to see like the stock level, like tell me like if it's like I don't know, like out of stock, like you know, just there's just status on it, and then put it to string. Okay, then the console. Products. And then we just want to have like the product and the size of the value. So we want the size and the value. We also want to print that. So we're just printing out like this is like an array, so it's just getting like the from the product, it's getting the stock level if it's out of stock or in stock, and it's getting the size and the value of the product. Don't forget to put it into a string. Alright, so just printing out the stuff. And if it's in stock, so if we're going through it and we find out that, because it's going to do a loop for looking for each stock, and if like the product, like this product, the product that we are looking for, and the stock level status, so hold on, I messed it up. Okay, the product status, okay, we again have to put into a string. Okay, it's like if it says in stock, okay, like it should say if it's in stock, and it also says that that the product and the size. So if the product and the hold up. If the product size and the value is correct, okay, then we want to like get that ID, right? So we're gonna put this to a string, and it has to say it has to like match the size that we want to get. So first of all, it has to be in stock, okay, and also has to match the size that we want to get. That we said earlier, the size to buy is the one we're gonna put here. And if it does match it, then we want to like store that information, that size ID, into a variable. So we're just gonna we're gonna write string, and we're gonna put a size ID. Just gonna leave it empty. So then when it does find it, okay, we're gonna store the product size. Okay. We want to store the size, and we want to store the ID. Okay. And of course we want to put it to a string because then we want to reuse it. But the problem is that if the size ID, okay, if we like see that the size ID is like empty, well, odds are it's probably out of stock, or it just can't find it. So is equal. It's probably out of stock if it can't find it, correct? So when we're done that, we're just gonna say, okay, it's probably out of stock, so we're just gonna write, okay, out of stock. Or it could be like it can't find it, right? But we're just gonna say it's out of stock. Else, okay, if it does find it in stock, we'll just, there's one way to just stop the program. Either we can just put thread sleep and it's just gonna wait the program, and then if it stays too long here, there's something called thread sleep. That's what I hear. Thread and sleep and then 1000. I think I'll have to also add that feature. Not a feature, but the module. It's like a threading or whatever. Yeah. And does not like that. Oh. Okay, but if it does find it, okay, so we're good. We'll put else, okay. And we are going to write, okay, good job, console, okay, right line, good job, alright, congratulations, let's just say size is found in stock. Okay, now that we found it in stock, we have to what we can do is we can either wait. We have to wait before adding to cart. I know it sounds pretty like fishy, like why would you wait? But the problem is that if you do it too fast, then you have more chances of getting you should have more chances of getting like being known as a bot. That's why I just add like a couple of milliseconds so you don't get really detected as a bot from seconds. So you should put we'll just put 5 seconds. I know 5 seconds is a lot. Like on a real job you'll just put it like probably like 2 seconds. But for me, I'm just trying to not get like detected as a bot. You can also put it like 1 second. You choose, but 1 second is could work. But I mean, I wouldn't, risk it. And then when we're done that, then we just want to say, okay, we found a stock. Now the data don't bypass starts now. Okay, so that's the bot security that Footlocker is using. So now the data don't bypass. So now we gotta tell the server, okay, we gotta check the cookies, and we gotta try to add it to cart. There's few requests we have to do before adding to cart, but right now we have the size, right? So we could just think, oh, okay, now we have the size, right? No big deal. We can just add it to cart, correct? But sometimes when you do a post request, okay, you have like we found this and we found, well, let's, you don't have to find that, but you also have to find the request ID, the CRF token, and the product ID. We need to find that. Plus, we need to, like, you know, make sure add the right cookies, so then we can have a successful add to cart. If you guys want access to my entire course, you can guys look in the link below in the description. You'll have access to the entire full course with all the tips and all the bypass securities. And if not, well, it's okay. I'll be posting more videos regarding the course, but it'll only be just a sneak peek. So if you guys have any questions, just email me and I'll be happy to answer. And please guys, subscribe to my channel and like this video.